Hey, Jonathan Mead here. There's two movements that I want to share with you today. These are movements that every human being should be able to do. These are movements we do primally we did primally rather before modern civilization, or aka captivity, right? Your body didn't betray you. Modern environment betrayed your body by not stimulating it with the movements that it needs in order for it to thrive, in order for it to be mobilized. We wear things like shoes that immobilize our feet and cause problems because our tissues aren't getting stimulated. They become calcified, they become weak and prone to injury. That's why we get sprained ankles so often. That's why people have problems with their knees, their lower backs, stuff like that. So these two movements are going to help you a lot with basically getting your body back and being able to move more. So the first is a squat. As you can see here, I'm going to show you proper squat mechanics, although there is no proper squat resting position. If you look like this, that's totally fine. Some people have their arms in, that's totally fine. Some people are going to be more up like this. That's okay. It all is based on your body, the stimulations that the ways your body's been stimulated and the positions it's been over time, and just the structure of your body. All bodies are a little bit different. So the way you squat, you start from seating or standing position. You're going to lead with your butt back, and imagine you're trying to sit into a chair and feel with your butt the chair before you sit into it. If you can only get to right here, that's okay. Some of you might get down here and your ankles or your heels might be a little bit off the ground. The reason for that is tightening or shortening of the calf muscles. So if you can't get your heels quite to the ground, just work on it. You might want to put a little bit of a support underneath your heel for a little bit of time. One thing you can do is take a book and put the book under a book you don't want to use, and put the book under your heel, and every day you can turn a page in that book. So every day your ankle is going to get a little bit lower and lower. But I'm going to show you a stretch you can do for your calves to lengthen that muscle. So you're going to start in a plank position, just like this. You're going to come down onto your forearms, and you're going to put one ankle over the other, and you're just going to rock back and forth like this. Really feeling the stretch on this extension of the ankle and back. And then you can switch, do it about 20 times. Do this on each side. And that should strengthen, or lengthen rather, your calves. So that is the squat. Now I'm going to show you upper body movement, that is the hang. Right? So everyone should be able to do a hang, where our joints, our shoulder joints, are meant to extend overhead, and we're meant to be able to brachiate. What does brachiate means? It means arboreal locomotion. That means being able to swing from branches to get around, basically. But most of you probably don't do that. I'm going to use a bar right here because tree branches are sometimes hard to find, and bar might be easier for you. You might be able to have a pull-up bar in your door frame. So again, I'm going to show you hang. We're going to start off with a passive hang, not an active hang. So it's going to look like this. You're going to let your body drop all the way. You're not going to have your shoulders up like this. You're going to let them relax and just let gravity work on your body. If you can't hang for 30 seconds and you just lose your grip, then work on a assisted hang. So get a box or something like that, put your feet on the box for a little bit of assistance, and that's going to help you to work up to a 30-second passive hang unassisted. Once you get a 30-second passive hang, you can start with active, so pulling your shoulders in like this. I'll show you right now. So you go from passive and you just bring your shoulders in. You don't bend your elbows like this at all. just bring your shoulders down. If you're at all curious what that is, it's basically called scapular depression and retraction. So you're depressing and retracting your scapula. So these are two movements you can play with. I encourage you to try squatting while you're working on your laptop. You might be able to only last 30 seconds. That's okay. Just alternate between squatting and sitting for a while. For the hanging, you can get a doorway pull-up bar, and you can use that to start implementing more hanging. So every time you go through the door, just hang for like 5 or 10 seconds. Make it fun. The key here is to make a lifestyle of movement. So our ancestors, our primal ancestors, were not doing workouts, right? Sometimes they had intense bouts of physical activity, but most of the time they were just moving as a part of daily life. So they were foraging, they were, down on the ground squatting, they were grabbing this, they were moving this, they were, picking things up. They were hanging. They weren't mostly like working out. So now that you have these two things, I just want to show you a way you can play with these to make them a little bit more interesting, right? So what is the next evolution of a squat? Well, you can go from a squat, right, to jumping from a squat. So you can use a squat and then a jump. What's the next evolution from a hang? Swinging, right? So making it not just static, but active. So you can swing front to back. And then you can combine this with a combo and go from a swing to a squat, to a swing, to a squat, to a swing, to a squat. All right, so we're not meant to just passively hold these static positions like a static squat. Although it is good to build up the endurance here, we want to play around with moving in it. We want to combine it with other movements and have fun with it and play. So those are two human movements everyone should be able to do. If you have any questions, please post a comment and I'll try to respond to you. And that's it. Go play, have fun, and move your body.